Shillong welcomes Durand Cup trophies amid grand roadshow launch. Deputy Chief Minister Durand Cup visits Lapangap to address border tensions. Meghalaya pushes for 132 kilovolt power lines in border areas, plans substation in Ribhoi. Centre's Joint Secretary reviews PDS in Ribhoi, hears public demand for sugar inclusion. And NHDC hosts Natural Dye Workshop in Ribhoi ahead of National Handloom Day 2025. The news in detail. Shillong witnessed the unveiling of the 134th Indian Oil Durand Cup trophies at the State Convention Centre, marking the start of a multi-city roadshow. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma, along with top military and government officials, flagged off the event, celebrating the state's growing prominence as a sports hub. Further, Sangma highlighted massive infrastructure investments, including plans for India's largest football stadium in Maukhanu as part of a broader vision to make Shillong the football capital of India.
This is the stadium that our sports minister was mentioning to you just now. And this is, the work has been allotted. The work will start, as mentioned, maybe in a week's time because of the rain conditions and all. But we expect that by 2027, we should be able to complete this stadium. And I would like to reiterate that this is going to be the largest dedicated football stadium in the country. Because other stadiums have got multiple facilities, this is a dedicated football stadium, and it will be, as of now, it is the largest football stadium, dedicated football stadium in the country. Next.
Meghalaya Deputy Chief Minister Sneawalang Dhar visited Lapangap village in West Jaintia Hills. Speaking at a public meeting, Dhar emphasized that Lapangap falls under his constituency and urged border residents to remain vigilant against external influences. He assured the villagers of the government's commitment to their safety and well-being. Dhar was joined by JHDC CEM Thombor Shiwat, council members and other officials, highlighting a united front in addressing border tensions and supporting local communities.
Nakaling yung kau asuri piwa lakat cuman le boting sarbi nyok berulai banyak songlong kamu juga ngamaru yok diwe kelam benar liang kam put kam sam to kam yung state government untuk yadu tiak wi aur do pai ba to yok lawan kam juga kam put to state government mai benar liang state.
The Meghalaya government has urged the Central Electricity Authority to establish 132 kV transmission lines in Bagmara and other towns along the Indo-Bangladesh border, citing both developmental and strategic importance. Power Minister A.T. Mondal emphasized the move would greatly benefit the state's energy needs. Meanwhile, the Union government is considering an ambitious upgrade of 132 kV lines to 1100 kV, which Mondal said would be transformative for India's power sector.
I requested the CEA chairman that to help us to have one dedicated 132 kV line to at least to Bagmara and other towns bordering to Bangladesh. This will help us in many ways, including the strategic purposes, and in case of any eventuality, this line can be used. Now what happened, we are having 33 kV lines passing through reserve forest, passing through the elephant crossing zones and all these things. It's very difficult to maintain and to get clearances and all these things. So once we have 132 kV lines, it will be easing all the problems.
Ashwini Srivastava, Joint Secretary Sugar from the Department of Food and Public Distribution, Government of India, visited Ribhoi district today to review the implementation of food security schemes and the public distribution system. His visit included an inspection of the CHC at Umsao, Nongkarai, and a fair price shop at Mount Num. Srivastava, accompanied by Ribhoy ADC, assured that public feedback would be communicated to the relevant authorities, reaffirming the centre's commitment to grassroots engagement and food security.
We are distributing free ration to priority household and Antyodaya families, as you are aware. So here we are taking feedback from actual beneficiaries if they are getting their ration in time every month free of cost, and if there is any issue or complaint, so that we want to know from central government side.
Ilayo si bun ha di kirap nakabenta jongi kum kinong chung ibadai jong kastet Meghalaya lengba kane kajing ai ke jong i yau khau rison bangi klam ngat ban si pisa watang si tengka
kaba unya punai baladia Meghalaya ngin yo sakania ka punai Julai nga san kilo sikli nga yo life san kilo na marunyo.
As part of the lead-up to the National Handloom Day 2025, the National Handloom Development Corporation, under the Ministry of Textiles, organised a natural dye workshop at Sajer Community Hall in Ribhoy district. Aimed at promoting sustainable alternatives to synthetic dyes, the workshop saw participation from hundreds of local weavers. NHDC Manager Commercial P.L. Singhal highlighted the benefits of natural dyes in enhancing product value and boosting artisan incomes, and to empower weavers and preserve India's rich handloom heritage through environmentally conscious practices.
Here, Meghalaya and this Shillong area has participated, and our associate Ama Herbal laboratories from Lucknow, they have given the full detail how to use natural dyes in textiles. Natural dye is beneficial because it is not harmful for body. Fabric, this textiles used after using natural dyes are meant. All these benefits are there compared to synthetic dyes.
Employees from various banks staged a protest outside the Meghalaya Cooperative Apex Bank's main branch in Shillong, led by the MCAB Employees Union. Protesters demanded the withdrawal of 4 amended labour laws, reversal of changes to cooperative bank structures, and repeal of the revised Banking Regulation Act 1949. Union General Secretary Edward Lynching also called for pension coverage for all bank staff, financial support for modernization, and removal of Sections 80P and 194N of the Income Tax Act.
Tepat ya ka central government bahkan penherkin ya kata hajna na ki cooperative banks maki cooperative banks hindi gi bahe jadi gi barit langi pe kumang ni ko Shillong ni kadang Shillong cooperative urban bank hiru kim jiyo ya kata ka assistant semua kajing yarap pisa nakaliang dak sokar lakdi nakaliang dak sokar jumlah lani nakaliang dak sokar mulai kita ki rules ki regulation ki bal one ling ba ka banking regulation act pan tapi pen try kambay ni hab siya ba ya takasot klam da yo jing muntoy ka habang siya sot ni di ban yo jing muntoy ong.
The Centre of Medical and Sales Representative Union Northeastern Region held a day-long strike in Shillong today, opposing the central government's implementation of the new labour codes. Partha Deb, CRU Shillong president, stated that the union views the new laws as a threat to long-standing employee rights and protections. He urged the government to withdraw the 4 labour codes, emphasizing ongoing resistance from workers nationwide. The union has also submitted 11 demands to the government, seeking a reconsideration of the reforms.
We have an objection to for this labour laws which the government is up to now. They are trying to scrap those laws which has been given to us in long back, with all the fights and all which we have achieved. Now they are into, the government is trying to make it in a code form, in 4 code, which is always against our labor like we consider ourselves to be a workman, and workmen in that case we say that it is against us. The government should not scrap the labor laws and should not implement these 4 codes. So we oppose that 4 codes that government is trying to implement now.
The Federation of Khasi Jaintia and Garo People, FKJGP Maukarwat Circle, met with Southwest Khasi Hills Deputy Commissioner B. Maulong today, urging that the Circuit House in Maukarwat be named after U Snap Singh Siem, the freedom fighter and last king of Himyar Maharam, who fought against British colonial rule. FKJGP General Secretary and Boss Siem Yong emphasized that the installation of U Snap's statue at the Circuit House premises was meant to honor his legacy.
Hadir jong kajinya keduk jengi sadisi oi nilai akran nilai tai sali bakari kam bat ulak kular ba unbu jingtho na kalian kejong sa kasorkar bat kasorkan kan sa simthia ya kene kam ulak kular ini ba un salek no kam klo ya kene kam habede bat kene kejing pen kelar ni kejing ainam ya keteng jong usnap sing ya kene Circuit House.
President of Saint Rai Joai, Hercules Toy, along with community leaders, announced at a press conference that the annual Behdienkhlam festival will be held in Joai from July 11th to 14th. Celebrated by the Pnar community and followers of the Nyam Tre faith, the festival will culminate in a grand finale attended by the Deputy Chief Minister and other cabinet ministers. The Doloi of Ilaka Joai, Puramon Kinjing, described the festival as a vibrant expression of gratitude to nature and ancestral deities. Vice President EMH Pasa urged residents to ensure a welcoming atmosphere for all visitors. A. Basayomoy, Deputy Secretary of the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council, KHDC, convened a meeting with Elaka leaders to discuss reforms and strengthen administrative functioning across the rights under its jurisdiction. During the meeting, he handed over 50 chairs and a cupboard to the Hima office to aid in storing important documents. Highlighting existing shortcomings, Basayomoy pledged to work closely with local leaders and right authorities over the next 3 months to address challenges and enhance governance across the Ilaka.
Inno senyang sa ka Ilaka sa office ka Hima namar kamdani ka almari ka babiang kamdani ka suki babiang namar ka office su ka baningkong ka katangga office ka su simwai hendrai sultanat ban ka darbar nong paham sim hakipor bon syak dai penbet ba ka office Hima kan dai hangni kat ku jingnya penbet ban ki sudar barim ina kalian zonga ngaras berkoto kata kan imbut kita ya rahi ba inno senyang sa ka Hima dai ibarit ya kum ka almari ka almari kawan bo igi files mas hanpo tli suki.
And a quick look at the weather report now. First, let us take a look at the weather report for Tura. The minimum temperature recorded was 24 degrees Celsius, the maximum 29. The relative humidity was 79% and 5.7 millimeters of rainfall was recorded. Moving on to Shillong, the minimum temperature recorded was 19 degrees Celsius, the maximum 21 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity was 79% and 13.2 millimeters of rainfall was recorded. Meanwhile, in Joai, the minimum temperature was 18 degrees Celsius, the maximum 22. The relative humidity was 85% and again 13.2 millimeters of rainfall was recorded. The forecast for Tura, Shillong and Joai says moderate rain and thunder showers are likely to occur at most places. And another look at the headlines before we wind up. Shillong welcomes Durand Cup trophies amid grand roadshow launch. Deputy Chief Minister Snyawalang Dhar visits Lapangap to address border tensions. Meghalaya pushes for 132 kV power lines in border areas, plans substation in Ribhoi. Centre's Joint Secretary reviews PDS in Ribhoi, hears public demand for sugar inclusion. And NHDC hosts Natural Dye Workshop in Riphoy ahead of National Handloom Day 2025. Well, viewers, that's all we have in this edition of the Bulletin. Join us again tomorrow evening for more news and updates.